Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's time for the Own Your Now show. I'm your host, Tracy Berry McGee. I am excited about today, but I have to let you all know just a little bit of information. Of course, you see, I'm solo. Lady Yo isn't here today. It's about self-care. She's owning her now, but I promise you she'll be back. First off, I just want to say today's show is being sponsored by the Conley Financial Group, where they offer holistic insurance solutions for your business and personal benefit challenges. Of course, you all want to know, what am I sipping on? I would love to say I'm sipping on some divine tea because Lady Yo normally sips tea, but y'all know I have to keep it 100. I am sipping on black coffee because you know I love my coffee black, no sugar, no cream. Just straight black. That's how I like it. Speaking of coffee, I just want you all to know a little tidbit fact. When I talk about change, I want you all to understand the value of what it looks like when we ask you what's in your cup. Not just what's in your cup physically, but also what's in your cup figuratively. When I first started this journey by myself, I always knew that I needed to have a team, some people around me, positive people. Lady O, always making sure that she gives you all the vibrant vibes. But it started because of my need to make sure that I took care of myself. Losing my mom in 2019, the pandemic that happened in March of 2020, all of us just sitting back in our homes alone, but not feeling lonely, but needing to connect with each other. I said, you know what? It's time for us to literally come out and ask everybody, what's in your cup? What are you sipping on? And that's what got the conversation started. So of course, it's about making sure that you take care of yourself. We're always talking about how important it is to take care of yourself, but also taking care of your family. Things change just like that. Today, Lady O wasn't able to be with us, but you know what? She'll be back. And I want you all to understand that anytime you need to make some changes for yourself or for anyone else, make sure that you think about what's in your cup. Are you filling it up or what? So when we return, get ready for our Own Your Now cup of affirmation and our Own Your Now motivational moment of the day. It's sponsored by Fraser Automotive. Pull up, y'all. Let's go. The Conley Financial Group and Branch Benefits Consultants offering the holistic approach to all of your professional and personal insurance and retirement needs. We're changing the world one policy at a time.
"25 years of experience. Let us show you the right way to buy a vehicle." I think that's what sets us apart and above the rest. We're great at educating and making sure our clients have the best buying experience possible. We're located at 9095 Belt Road at the intersection of 270 and Lindbergh.
I'm Pancho Rucker, owner of Double B Studios, and you're now tuned in to the Own Your Now show on the ITV network.
So it's time for our Own Your Now cup of affirmation word of the day. I hope that you guys are ready. Grab your journals and get your pen and write the word change. Change, everybody. The word of the day is change. We hear it all the time. Be the change that you want to see. But seriously, everything in life starts with you actually saying, I want to make a difference, and actually doing it. There's some people who talk about it, and there's some people who be about it. I need you to say that I am the change. I grew up hearing all the time, Tracy, your word is bond. If you say you're going to do something, you need to do so. So be the change. You can do it. I know you can. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the things that you're going to do to make sure that you be the change that we need to see. But you know what? It starts off with you being your best self. And so let's center ourselves and get ready for our motivational moment of the day. It's our Own Your Now song of the day by Lady Bree, and it's called Best Self. Everybody take some deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in and out. And we're going to start with our left arm. Just stretch it up. far as you can. Reach for the sky. Oh, you feel that? It's a good stretch. Okay, bring it down slowly. Let's go with our right arm. Reach for the sky. Yes, feel it? You feel that stretch? If you can, bring it down slowly. Now let's center ourselves. Reach. Center yourself. Bring it down slowly, close to your heart. Perhaps you could feel your heartbeat. Take some time. Now we always say reach out to your strong friends, right? I wish Lady O was here, but you know what? She's taking care of herself because she's one of my strong friends. She's taking care of her family because she's one of our strong friends. And I need you to take care of you. So reach out, call a friend if you have to, check on your strong friends. But remember to bring it back in and hug yourself. Love on yourself. Hug yourself tight. Take a collective deep breath in and release. How do you feel? You feel good? You feel fine? Do you feel vibrant? Because that's what it's all about. So you know this is the time that we do our Vibrant Vibes. And if you have one, you need to let us know. Just go to our website at www.ownyournowshow.com and let us know when is your birthday. Or if we have an exclusive, we'll make sure that Lady O shouts them out. But our Vibrant Vibes today are being sponsored by the McKinney Group Wealth Management. And our Vibrant Vibe goes out to Tabitha Brown. Tabitha released her book, Feeding the Soul. Y'all heard about Tabitha. She is all things vegan. She tells you how to cook it. She gives you that taste. And you know what? She's doing her thing, her and her husband Chance. But you know, the one thing she always tells you all, that no matter what, don't go messing up somebody else's day, and make sure that you take care of your business because it's your business. And that's what it's all about. Love some Tabitha Brown and so excited about her Feeding the Soul book. You all need to get it because it keeps selling out. And I think she's on tour. You know what? I'll wait, but we might have an exclusive. Maybe one day me and Lady O will be on tour. You all have to wait. And when we return, we will have Andrew Pancho Rucker. Y'all get ready, y'all, because I got something for you all to know. Everybody share with a friend right now because we'll be right back after the break. As promised, we welcome Andrew Pancho Rucker. He's a best-selling author, award-nominated artist and producer, community advocate, entrepreneur, stroke survivor, and father. Pancho Rucker. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you for saying yes. I mean, you wear so many hats, literally, what did I say? Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got to ask you the question when we get started. What's in your cup? What you sipping on?
This STL water actually is real good.
Well, you know, you're from St. Louis, so we know what good water tastes like, what
right.
bad water tastes like. I know for a fact that we connected because you're a part of the St. Louis Black children's literature. But you have so many different things that you do.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about BB's books and more. I say and more because it's so much to
So
it.
much stuff. BB Books is my publishing company as well as consulting company, to where I've published a couple of books. One has been featured on, two have been featured on PBS. Another one has been a bestseller under the early education section in Amazon. So
yes,
yeah, so that we have a bestseller under our belt as well.
Wow.
It was named after my daughter. So Bailey Bell. So she is my inspiration for everything. And when I'm done with everything, it'll be passed down to her.
That's what legacy is all about.
Exactly.
Let's shout out to Bailey. Hey, Bailey. Let's look and tell her. Say, hey, Bailey.
Hey, baby.
BB's Books and More. You literally have how many books?
I have 8. I'm currently that's out, and you can get them on bbooks.com, Amazon, or wherever books are actually sold. Mm-hmm.
So when you think about leaving a legacy, what made you say, I want to focus on children's books?
Well, when I had my stroke in 2018, I said, if I can get out of this at least 80%, then I'm going to go 160.
Wow.
So, but the thing is I was like, I didn't know what would happen next. So I was like, I wanted to teach her or give her lessons that she could carry on, period. So as she grows up, there's going to be books with subject matters that will be lessons to her as well as other kids. So, and that's what really, inspired me to do children's books. But as she grows, everything else will grow.
Yes, everything else will. Yeah. Speaking of being a stroke survivor, your young brother, it's not something that we would expect to happen.
Right.
What was that shift for you?
Well, funny thing is when I had the stroke, I was actually working and doing a photography job for myself. And I didn't know what was going on. And then I wound up going home and then getting ready to go do some other stuff. And as I was driving, my left side went numb.
Really?
And my voice was saying like, hey, you're having a stroke. And I was having a whole conversation with myself, like, you know what, I am having a stroke.
Wow.
And it was like, go to this hospital. Okay, I'm gonna go to that hospital. So I drove down the street because it was close by.
You drove yourself?
I drove myself to the hospital, yes. It was all green lights, actually. I've never seen that on that strip of road ever. And it was all green lights, exactly. And I drove myself there, walked myself into the hospital, everything. So what that did, that whole experience was it lit more of a fire under me.
Yes.
To say that, I'm not going to let anything hinder me.
Yes.
Whatsoever. If I could survive this, I definitely can survive anything else I put my mind to.
I've read some of the articles that you have written about your love for North Cali, your love for the city, and you're right. It does put a fire inside of you that says, you know what, I'm here for a purpose. And I love how everything that you do focuses on your purpose. You're also a community activist. You live in Ferguson. You live, breathe what that looks like. Talk to us about what that means to you.
Well, for me being born and raised in North St. Louis City, I took that and wanted to change a narrative that is what people think of North City. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And so with that, I wanted to be able to help, even if I don't have anything, I want to be able to try to be some type of bright spot for somebody else or even for those that are around me or whatever, you know, because we are more than just the advertisements that they put on us or the stigmas that they try to convey. And, I just wanted to do that. So I've been involved with community work since about 2009. And I guess it got real popular for everybody else during the Mike Brown uprising.
Right,
So
right.
with that, that's, I guess, when things got a little bit more popular and it became attractive to do
Yes.
community work. So I created a nonprofit called Team Rehab, which basically means that it takes a team to
Yes, it
fix
does.
all of this. So I was like, well, how could I get other people to not be selfish or just self-centered about things and help other people?
Yes.
Well, I could use my popularity and get people to help other people instead of just sitting idly by.
I agree. You know, the thing about it is society is always trying to define us. You
Exactly.
know, our nonprofit says, I define me. But I think that most importantly, it takes a team. And the team will allow us to get through the trauma.
Exactly.
In addition to that, being a model of what that looks like. Because oftentimes we do look to television and to radio for success. And when you
Yeah.
see the things you're doing with PBS
Right.
and with the children, we go to book signings and they
Right.
literally get to see that you wear so many different hats as
Exactly.
a father
Exactly.
and being a part of the community. You know, I gotta say that I've seen you even have the DAOs that you
Yeah,
created.
yeah.
We have some that show people what diversity looks like, and
Exactly.
so many different hats that you wear. I
Right.
know that your family's so proud of you, but we can talk about all the things you have in the website. Y'all got to go to his website and check it out. But I want to talk about Chin Up, Chest Out. Tell me about this book.
So
Boogie, is it Join Boogie?
So this book was actually kind of like a love letter to my stepson and all boys and men that look like us, talk
Yes.
like us, think like us. This, the motivation behind this was because we were, like you said, we stay in Ferguson. So
Yes.
we were literally 2, probably 3 blocks away from everything. So as we have to take him to school every day, there's a tank on the corner,
Right.
or there's this, or there's that. And he would ask profound questions. Like, he's 13 now, but he was
Right.
like 6 then. So he'd be like, why are there tanks on the corner? Or he asked me one time why the only time we see black men on TV is they're shooting a ball, making someone dance, or they're getting locked up.
Right.
Now that took me back, and I'm like, you're paying attention to this, so I know that other kids are paying attention to this. So I wanted to write this book to tell him, hey, walk with your chin up, your chest out, walk with pride, and you are more than just the stereotypical things that we are projected out to be in the mass public.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, that was that. So with him, I like to actually shout him out because he actually released his own book last year.
Look at that.
Yeah, called Jake Drew the Explorer. So yeah.
The Explorer. See, this is what legacy looks like when you're able to pour into the cups of our young men, and literally they say, I want to do this. Every time I'm looking through the pages here, you're less than hopeless, dangerous, lost, and confused. But as long as you live, you need to say to yourself that you're more than a criminal, more than a pawn in the game. You know, you're more than a stereotype that can sing. I mean, literally, this is
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Chin up, chest out. And that's what this is all about.
Exactly.
The whole thing that happened to our community, I think it made real men stand up
It had to.
and say, hey, here we are, and we need to make sure that we are the voice. And
Exactly.
you're definitely the voice. Putting a pen to everything that you do. I know your family's proud. I got to ask you real quick. I know I want to know your affirmation word, but what high school did you go to?
I went to a VAP, Central Visual and Performing Arts.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I went to visual and
Yeah,
performing arts.
yeah.
Small world. Small world. That's it. So you know, I was at the first visual and performing arts.
Okay, so the Red Wings.
It was in Soulard,
Uh-huh.
and then it went from Soulard to Central Visual
Yeah,
Performing
I was
Arts.
there.
Okay.
Garrison, North Garrison.
Okay,
Yep.
that's right. And
Yep.
so I was the first class back in, we won't say.
Okay,
But you know, it's all good.
I come from a family because my uncle went there, Lloyd Rucker. He
I
was
know
yeah.
I went to school. Look,
See?
small world. St. Louis, you know, Lady Yo always says it's a big, small town. The
Yeah,
world
yeah.
is small. But you know, you're doing big things, and we'll continue to make sure that we let everybody know about all the things you're doing. What's your affirmation word for today?
Steadfast.
Steadfast.
That's my affirmation word. Regardless of anything that's going on, you stand steadfast and you will be able to survive or accomplish anything. Just staying steadfast.
Anything. That's it. Well, we want to thank Pancho for coming on, and so excited about all the things that he's doing in the community that he will continue to do. You all need to follow this brother and make sure that you all get connected to what he's doing for you and your children and our community. When we return, we will get ready for the Own Your Now flow on the Own Your Now flow.
We believe that beauty on the outside is a direct reflection of what you feel on the inside, so we provide a therapeutic session aesthetically and mentally through conversation, makeup, hair, and clothing stylist services, followed by an amazing photography session that will leave you with the confidence and self-esteem that has been there all along. Book your session with us today at renaissancetjs.com.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
So it's time for the Own Your Now flow, and I hope that you guys enjoyed our show today. Pancho really did pour some seeds into us, well, literally filled up our cups so that you all can go out and be all the things that you need to be. So make sure that you all realize that it's important for us to pour into our community, to see the value of what it means, to realize that change is the only thing that stays the same. You got to be ready to move forward and be consistent in that journey. Stay steadfast on what it is that you need to do and figure out your path. Remember, the Own Your Now show is being sponsored by the Conley Financial Group. Special shout out to our guest today, Pancho Rucker. And remember, always, that until next time, keep your cup full. Go out and create some vibrant vibes. Keep sipping peace, love, and positivity. And remember, tomorrow isn't promised. So please remember to own your now.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I don't remember how it started.
our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad!
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this like deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day. He's an incredible companion and my best friend.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns, like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool.
When I retired from the Navy, I found myself on a void in my life that had been filled by the people that I served with. Tommy really brought an important factor to my life. I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look,